Welcome to Bangalore. It's 6 a.m. and we are heading to Nandi Hills. If it's around 6 a.m. and you haven't reached the top of Nandi Hills, you're usually late on most days. So that's true for us as well. We are quite a bit late. Ideally, we should have been at the top at this time so that we caught the sunrise, but of course that's not happening. Nandi Hills is of course a beautiful hill station kind of a place close to Bangalore. In fact, in terms of its elevation as well, it's a bit like a hill station. It's at around 1500 meters, which is a bit of a hill station. So I guess a hill station is not really a universally understood word, so maybe I should expand a little bit. Hill station is actually these places that the Britishers developed when they were ruling India, as India was and still is a hot country, so especially in the summer months it's nice if you could get to higher ground and catch cooler temperatures. So that's what the hill stations were for, and Nandi Hills is a bit of a hill station that way. It's on higher ground and therefore the temperature here is also slightly chilly. If you've watched my previous videos, you would already know that I am not based out of Bangalore. I'm actually based out of Delhi, and you'll see a lot of Delhi in my previous videos. But this is a Bangalore trip and we are trying to explore a little bit. And of course, for that little bit exploration, Nandi Hills was definitely a high on the list recommendation, and we can see why. Nandi Hills is especially famous for the natural beauty and the clouds, especially at the time of sunrise. And therefore you'll see a lot of people lined up and a lot of traffic heading to Nandi Hills, especially early in the morning. I think those are the clouds. Finding clouds in between the trees, how wonderful that is. So finally we are here. All that is left is some trek to the top of the Nandi Hills. And as you can see, a beautiful sunrise has already happened. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but Nandi Hills is, wow, it's at an elevation of 1500 meters, which is difficult to fathom because when you think of Bangalore, you think of not something which is at an elevation, you only think of the north as elevation. But there you are, this is as high as some of the North India hill stations. And I really hope you're enjoying this early morning walk with me, the early morning trek with me. Even this path to the top, the small trek that we have, is really quiet and it's right in the middle of nature, as you can see, pretty much like a trek. And I think we did something really smart this morning. We are actually located very close to the airport, and that's why we thought we should definitely catch Nandi Hills and show you Nandi Hills. Because otherwise, given the expansive the city of Bangalore, Nandi Hills is usually too far for most people to explore. Do you want some history? No? I'll still give you some history. So, Nandi Hills is actually supposed to be an ancient hill town or hill station, and I was wrong. I thought this is built by the Britishers, but when I googled I realized it was actually a hill station which was a hill station much earlier than the Brits. This is actually believed to be a 10th century hill station, so it almost goes back 1,000 years, a little more than that actually. And interestingly, the first ever SAARC summit that happened in India, it happened here at Nandi Hills. So yeah, something for you to Google a little bit about as well. So here we are, we have pretty much reached the top of Nandi Hills. You have pretty much reached the top of Nandi Hills. I think as you can already feel, the sun is a little too strong now, and I think that's why people usually prefer to be here before sunrise, so that you can catch this in a different light, and I'm sure it's more enjoyable. But even right now, I think this is super pleasant. In fact, it's a little chilly, and this has been a good journey so far. So here we are, right at the top of Nandi Hills, the whole 1,500 meters of it, and you can see Bangalore all around. So the average altitude of Bangalore is around 900 meters, which is actually quite a bit. I would not have expected it would be 900 meters. But yeah, Bangalore average is 900 meters. This is around 1500 meters. So roughly we've gained an altitude of 600 meters, though that height seems a little more than that. So there's also this temple here. It looks like a very ancient temple. Looking at these rocks here, you almost get that ancient vibe from the place. I tried to find out more about this temple, but I could not really find any conclusive information. If I were to guess, I would say this temple is 1,000 years old, but it would be just that. It would be a guess. So yeah, if you happen to know more about this temple or about Nandi Hills, or you want to tell me how much you liked or how much you disliked this video, excuse me, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. I would love that. But yeah, I think this temple is our last spot here at the top of Nandi Hills. We'll try to see if we can get inside the temple as well and show you the insides of the temple. And just after that, I think we would be all done with today's walk and today's video. I hope you've liked what you've seen, and if you have, do let me know however you want to.